Welcome back to week 3 of this FTMO series, where I have literally shown you where I bought the challenge. I'm doing phase 1, phase 2, and the payout, all documented transparently for you guys. And what it is basically a prop firm challenge, if you are aware or not, is you have to have a 10% profit target, which is FTMO, then a 5% target on phase 2, and then any proceeds or any profits I make on phase 3, I get to keep 80% of it, alongside with a refund off of my initial challenge fee. So I'm doing a 200k challenge at the moment, and I'm sharing every single trade and every single journey. Now, I haven't been trading for about 3 months or so it's taken me a little bit of time to get back into the markets. Plus it's summer season, and this August has not been the best, so I'm about 3 weeks in, and a break roughly just above break even, with a very bad day on Friday, resulting in about a 4.5% loss. But I was actually close to 6% in profit, and now ended up obviously now just like 2% in profit overall. But that trade would have pushed us over, and we would have passed phase 1, and that was the right risk element that was needed to be taken, which I'm going to go in more detail today in terms of psychology. And now I'm going to really push myself in terms of the next phase. So that's what I'm going to talk about. Now, before we go any further, I have actually got up to 2.5 million, just some credentials, and up to 300k profits, and this whole journey is all on Twitter if you want to get that. The strategy I'm using is also a free video, link in the description below, and also if you want to get my statements and everything is all in the link in the description below. But for now, let's go on to week 3, a little bit of an update. I'm doing a webinar on the CK Capital just to talk about how week 3 went of the FTMO journey, where I'm basically sharing the whole data all the way through, where I'm buying the challenge, doing phase 1, phase 2. Now it's been about 3 months or so since I've kind of traded properly, and I'm kind of journaling everything through my daily report cards. You're also going to get the statements where I'm going to show through every single trade as well. Then we've got the trade analysis and all the data analysis as well, and then obviously these trade breakdowns which I'm putting through, and I'm sharing every single one of them on a Discord and also on Twitter. You can see the whole journey and some kind of notes if you want to check that through, and it is also directly correlated and linked to TradeZilla, so you can see all of my data all here. Now, first things first, I did mention that 33% win rate at the moment. That was from the data of the FTMO accounts that are kind of linked, which is interesting because it's still, at the end of the day, the first tip I want to talk about is don't really worry about it, the process, because this can go as high as 50 or even 60, and making money is all that really matters, you know. I've got an average of 2.57. and obviously a day win rate of that. And you can even see from these past 3 weeks of trading, it's been a bit of a yo-yo, right? The equity curve has definitely been a massive yo-yo as an overall. So if I just show you here, it's just been bouncing. This is me kind of getting back into the swing of things. But what's really important you see is every time there's in drawdown, there's no panic. You just slowly push up, and then we've had this pullback, push up, pullback, push up, pullback, push up. It was very, very close to pushing on the next one. And I generally think the next high is obviously going to go and pass. Now, from an update from me is that I am generally now starting to really get back into the swing of things. Okay, now I want to go straight into the psychology side of things, because it's the mindset that I've kind of understood. Now I'm back into it, getting into trades. We've got more winning days than we have losing, but you can see the 2 losing days have pretty much set it off. Like 1, 2, 3, we're losing quite big, so I'm going to reduce these losing days massively by capping them to around the 3% mark, and that's a really, really important factor which I'm going to do, because if I cap that at 3, so that's 3k there, another 3, let's say 3k there and 1k there, in total that's 7k I would have saved if I've capped those losses. On the wins, there's nothing I can really do from them. I think they're absolutely fine. There are some days where I'm winning, and I just want to really highlight, because some people say, oh well, it's 5 trades, 4 trades, 2. Just want to quickly say, guys, don't forget we are actually launching the bootcamp. So if you want to learn more about how to become a profitable trader, this is a 2-week bootcamp for those who have a strategy or just understand a little bit about markets and want to take it seriously. This 2 weeks I'm teaching you everything from A to Z in terms of profitability, your to-do list, your revisions, your reps, your psychology. I'll be live trading as well, setting up your charts, setting yourself up for success, how to rotate your funded challenges. There is just an endless list from that. So there is a bootcamp application link down below where we can either send you samples of the previous bootcamp if you want to know, or if you want to ask about the pricing, if you want to ask about the mentors, or anything you have in question about that. But I'm excited, limited slots, link in the description, and go and apply. Two trades. It's actually one trade idea, but multiple positions. For example, one trade could be 3 positions, which will show you on the, I think it was on the Wednesday, that was 3 positions, and it ended up being a winner, which was a beautiful trade. And all it was one trade idea, 2 added, and then 1 major position. So it's only like 1 or 2 trades a day, but the idea is it's multiple kind of multiple positions on that idea, and then I add as I get kind of confirmed. So you can see the same thing, the matches through the broker, transparency, TradeZilla, FTMO, and on the statement, and the C trader. So I'm giving everything for free. In the future, when I've passed all of these, I'm going to download the statement and then share it, and you guys can have it. I'm also going to collate all of these report cards and put them together for you. But yeah, the main kind of outcome and the main lesson as a summary to start off with is it's time to put on some risk. And when I say put on some risk, is every trade has been around 1 to 1.5%. I'm going to put 1.5% again max until I'm back on around the 206k mark, which is about 3% profit. Then I'm going to put on 2% risk to push myself over to pass this challenge, because it's been 3 weeks now, and this is where time is I'm starting to get impatient. And when I say impatient, is because as much as I want to show you guys seriously, it is also a cost of my time, and my time is expensive. I would normally probably up the risk a bit earlier, but the reason why I've played it so conservatively for the time being, and it's been quite aggressive and conservative, is because I haven't traded for a long time. So I've got to ease myself in. A lot of mistakes I made, I had to ease myself in. So you can see from, you know, week 1, I made a load of mistakes. Week 2 was a lot better. So week 1, we were minus 6k or so as an overall, so that was that. Second week was really good. We recovered all of those and then put ourselves in profit into, I think, around break even or whatever it may be. And then this week I would have been on 6% profit, so 12k. So overall it would have been around 20k profit, but that one day put us back. So let's go backwards. I want to talk about that one day. Now what happened was there was a great rep in the morning, and it ended up hitting this resistance zone that I saw. Now this resistance zone was beautiful, because what happened was it ended up rejecting. Okay, so the first try I was looking for continue, and I was like, wait, that's a wrong idea. So I quickly closed that, and I put 2% risk on, and then just want to see what would happen from there. And then this is where the over risk was. Well, not over risk, because the idea was still good. I'm still happy with it, and the trade is really good. This is a really good journey, because I couldn't have documented a better FTMO journey, because a lot of the times I either pass really quickly or fail really quickly, whereas this one I'm really showing you the grit, the break even. And I think that this is the most relatable kind of journey, because a lot of people will kind of do this. And what happened was I ended up putting 4%, I ended up being 4% down today, but I ended up putting on the risk, so I would have passed that trade. And guess what? This is exactly what happened. I ended up having that stop loss just a tiny bit too tight, and then it ended up taking me out, but then ended up pushing. So the best and worst part is these 2 trades were great. This one was a bit early, but that's fine. The retry was great, but I would have actually passed the challenge if I hit this. Now that is a risk I'm willing to accept. So look, would I rather lose that 4%? Fine, then I've learned something, and I've pushed something, and I learned something new in terms of the risk, and also the trade ideas just to kind of wait, and that stop loss to improve. So that's a lesson that is worth every ounce. The second thing is, look, it can go either way. If I would have passed, I would have been happy. So just because I didn't hit the trade doesn't mean I should be unhappy. At the end of the day, the idea was right, the trade idea was right, the breakdown was right, and the setup was right, and I did everything in my power. There was a few things I could do, but look, it is what it is, and I am not going to falter on that, and it's not going to stop me. And it's all about the long process, which is such a big thing for everyone to remember, is about the future vision and the long-term goal. And that's the kind of main thing. Okay, so that's the main kind of lesson I've learned, and what kind of the major overview of the week. Now, if we had to go through each day, so if we go through the first day, what was really good again was I had a really bad start to the week, then we recovered, and then a really bad finish. But it goes to show, like, if you can control your losses, winning is easy. So bank holiday Monday, we probably really should have reduced those trading, but the data got deleted, so I add that in a little bit earlier. In this one, basically what I wrote to myself was, was there was potentially a too early in the position. It looks good. The trade looks good for continuation. We need a break on the zone and then a push onto the upside. Was a really good. It was early traded last week, worked once, but just remember to stick to my times and then not do it too much throughout the whole week. And then that's exactly what happened. Ended up pushing, and then 12:05 I did exactly the same trade idea, exactly the same one. And then guess what? Added to the position, played, and then it ended up hitting take profit. So the first trade was great. And the painful thing about that was it hit stop loss and then hit my take profit. And then the other one was, and then I had the entry on the second position, and then it ran and then took me out and put me in profit. So that was the first day. Then the second day was beautiful. Had another trade, exactly the same trade as yesterday. That's right, exactly the same trade as yesterday. And what was great about that second trade, the same trade on yesterday, this pushed me off. And this is the one where the 3 wins put us in profit, and then ended up just really paying out. It's exactly the same trade, pushing through and doing exactly the same thing. Same again on here. This is exactly the same trade moving forward, and then it easily pushed and then closed out and then took us on. This was perfection. I could have closed this trade later. I could have left it running. I did close it a tiny bit earlier, but the reason I closed it earlier was to secure profit and let everything run. Again, that became on the 4th day. Then the final day was ended up just over risking, which is when I said I went backwards, and then kind of summarize for the week. So really and truly, I'm really back in flow. I'm sharing the whole journey, so if you guys want to go and check it out, it's all there for you to kind of follow. Obviously this is the last free webinar I'm doing. I'll probably do another one, but next week we've got a guest speaker, so if you guys want to join that one, you can. And then the main thing that we all must remember is that the craziest thing about this is the opportunity. At the end of the day, this only costed me $1,000 or $1,500, however much it is in dollars, because it's like £1,000, so $1,300. But I get the opportunity to make XYZ, and that's the power of prop firms. And all I have to do is just be consistent with my trading, and you can see every single trade is pretty much the same. Consistency, 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 consistency. And also the craziest thing is it is also the same trade, but just on different times. It's just different days. It's exactly the same execution. Look how beautiful my trading is, honestly. But it's nothing special. All it is consistency. So look, that's pretty much it in terms of this week's update. Just kind of showing you every single trade and putting from it. So all I wanted to say is, if you're interested in learning from me as well, we've launched that education, so that's available. We've got 6 spaces left on a 30% discount, so if you want to go check that out, you can check that out. It is on the website, so wchampfx.com, and also you can go check out on Telegram or on here for the discount code for 30% if you want to learn. The updates is congratulations on the winners for the games. We've got another games night coming in on Wednesday, so if you want to win your giveaways, you can go and enter in on there. And then we've obviously got our major podcast coming out, which is giving away over 250k in updates on the next podcast, so definitely go and check that out. Now, last thing is, this is the best promo we're going to have this month, and then we're going to start bringing them back because we're starting slowly to sell out, which is awesome. So thank you guys. So there's a 40% discount on this month, and also the 10k challenges are only for $48, and there is going to be funded benefits for you guys if you guys will be trading with us. We're going to be bringing those benefits out in around September and October. But we've got Trade Locker coming soon, US clients coming soon, and loads of things just coming soon. There's so much development. It's actually so exciting. So if you guys want to go and copy challenge, go check it out. And that is a very quick update on everything. So if you want to go check it out, 30% link there Rena's giving you to go and buy. This is my TradeZilla. If you want to get all of this information, it's going to be on Twitter for you to follow. If you've got any questions, put them in now, or forever hold your peace, and remember to like, share and subscribe. So guys, I hope you guys enjoyed the video. Remember, if you want to start your challenge, literally 40% off, link in the description, off of CK Capital, or 50% off if you have never signed up with CK Capital, link in the description below. And then last but not least, if you want to follow the journey in more detail, don't forget to like, share and subscribe, and we'll see you in the next video. Champ out, peace.